Hello everyone, my name is UltimoFive and today we're going over the Trumna, Heaven's Lightbringer. The Trumna is a full auto rifle that fires explosive rounds and is obtainable after reaching the rank of Associate with the Entree. Once available, it can be purchased from Father for a total of 12,500 standing and requires these materials in order to make it. Requires a mastery rank of 13. Comes with no polarity slots other than a dash auxilia slot, and because of this the builds for this weapon require 5 forma. Excels in close to medium range combat and deals with fairly high leveled enemies around 120 and up depending on the faction in medium to large crowds. And the Trumna has an alternative fire which is charged up by getting kills with its primary fire. Once charged, the player can release a bouncing highly explosive grenade that deals massive damage. Advantages for its primary fire would be that it has above average critical chance, above average critical multiplier, very high status chance, and shots explode on impact with the surface or the enemy. Advantages for its alternative fire would be that it has the highest critical chance of all primary launchers, high critical multiplier, very high status chance, and it doesn't consume any ammo when used. Advantages overall for the weapon would be that it has a large magazine size. Disadvantages, however, for the primary fire would be that it has a high initial recoil, explosions cause self-stagger, and explosions have linear damage fall off. Disadvantages for alternative fire would be that explosions cause self-stagger, and explosions have a linear damage fall off. And disadvantages overall would be that it has the slowest reload of all primary rifles, and a slow holstering speed. The elements for the Trumna against the Corpus will be Radiation and Viral. Radiation causes enemies to attack each other while dealing 100% additional damage to the allied for 12 seconds. Meanwhile, Viral amplifies health damage by 100% for 6 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 325%. The build's flex slot is Vigilante Armaments and works very well due to the weapon's innate heat damage, which is used to make radiation. Radiation works well against alloy armor and robotics, which is great, because when I first made the build, I did magnetic and that didn't turn out very well. The element for the Trumna against the corrupting Grineer will be Viral. The build's flex slot is Vigilante Armaments and is a bit lower for how well it performs against the corrupted Grineer. It isn't bad, but it also isn't the best and can be taken into higher levels such as 140 or above, but the higher you go the longer it takes for slash procs to help. This is of course true unless you have frames or something to help buff the weapon more. The elements for the Trumna against the Infested will be Viral and Heat. Heat deals 50% base damage per second over 6 seconds while stripping up to 50% armor and causes targets to panic. The build's flex slot is Vigilante Armaments and performs better against the Infested than the Corrupted or Grineer. The only problem with this weapon against the Infested is that without priming bladed rounds, it is a bit slow with damage, mainly against Xmas enemies though. Vigilante Supplies. In place of having no Auxilius mod, this will cost 1 more forma in order to have though, but in Steel Path is a bit necessary to keep up with ammo reserves. Vile Acceleration. In place of Vigilante Armaments if you want more fire rate for better burst DPS. In turn, you lose multi-shot and the fire rate increases harder to control when initially firing. And Cryo Rounds. In place of Prime Cryo Rounds if you don't have it. There are several ways to enhance critical chance and damage for this weapon. For instance, for damage, Rhino's Roar, Nova's Molecular Prime, which makes all sources of damage increase by 100% against primed enemies, Mirage's Eclipse mixed with her Hull Mirrors adds a massive damage bonus during the day or in light, Saren's Toxic Lash mixed with her Spores abilities, and Wisp's Haste Reservoir, which bolsters fire rate, in turn increasing DPS. For critical chance, Harl's Covenant can add up to 50% critical chance and 200% on headshots. The Adarza Kavat with Cat's Eye can give a 60% critical chance boost, and Smita Kavat with Charm can give a 200% crit chance. Arcane Acceleration. Upon critical hit, 30% chance for 90% fire rate to primary weapons for 9 seconds. Arcane Rage. Upon getting a headshot, 15% chance for 180% damage to primary weapons for 24 seconds. Arcane Avenger. Upon being damaged, 21% chance for 45% critical chance for 12 seconds. And Arcane Primary Charger. On melee kill, 30% chance for 300% damage to primary weapons for 12 seconds. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more guides on Warframe, please click the like and sub buttons to let me know. And as per usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.